Good evening and welcome to St. Louis Park, where tonight the St. Louis Park Lady Orioles are hosting the Knights from Irondale. I'm Mike Resnick along with John Fromm, and we're bringing you conference action. It's senior night here at St. Louis Park, and in just about 30 seconds we're going to start with our national anthem. And you are in Oriole country. And go ahead.
Great to be with you, and as one of my favorite bands from the 70s said it, we're back in the saddle again, and it should be a great night. Really a lot of wonderful memories these girls are going to have, and the Orioles have won 2 out of 3, coming at the Knights with a lot of momentum, including an early season win against Irondale.
Exactly, yeah, it'll be fun to watch. So let's we'll get you caught up here. We've got 20 seconds, national anthem. We're going to step away for just a brief moment and sit back and enjoy our Star Spangled Banner.
Tell all your friends to join us here on 16 for a North Suburban matchup.
The home team, St. Louis Park Orioles. Tonight we will be recognizing the senior basketball players at halftime. But at this time, we ask you to stand and remove your hats as senior team member Rachel Welke sings the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streamed. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, a nice rendition by senior Rachel Welke, and how apropos on senior night she was able to share that with us, John.
Well, a great keepsake to have forever, and I know Rachel's been a key igniter in the huddles, and the girls have great camaraderie on the St. Louis Park team, don't they, Mike?
Yeah, it's really a nice group. So we've got starting lineups are taking place right now here. We've got, that's, excuse me. So number 3 is Rachel Norton. She was met by also number 3, Mara Henderson. And then we've got the leading scorer, number 11, is Delaney Kohler, met out there by number 12 for the Orioles, and that's Amy Schultz, Jr. And number 20 is Sydney Driggs. She's the second leading scorer on the Irondale Knights team, and she's going to be met out there by senior Allison Keith, number 21.
Nice for Allison to get a start here in some of the seniors.
We've got number 21 for the Knights. That's Amy Irving, no relation to Dr. J or Kyrie. And she's met out by junior number 33, Lauren Sweetfeet Resnick. And now we've got number 33, that's Maggie
Chalet. Maggie Chalet.
Chalet. We got it right. And Maggie was met out there by number 45, that's Abigail Olson. So, John, the Knights are coming to us with a, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, Irondale comes in with a 10-13 mark, Mike, as you talked about. The Orioles, who have won 2 of their last 3, including an absolute thrashing of Columbia Heights and a nice win on Monday here against Fridley, come in with 7 wins on the season, hoping to make it 8 before they hit the section playoffs next week, excuse me.
Yep, I believe they play Tuesday, and tomorrow is the section meeting. They'll find out if they get the dreaded neighbors on the other side of Highway 169 or the old County Road 18, the Hopkins Royales.
Yes, just as the boys did last night. And as Paul's got the graphic up, we want a special shout out. If you do want to get a special copy of the game tonight, make sure you go to ParkTV.org, or you can give Paul a call. He's our director. You can give him any kind of feedback you want at that 952-924-2635 number. Get the family together, Knights fans as well as Oriole fans. $10 for a DV if you get 3 or more. So get those fans together, and really can't wait for tonight's tip-off. It should be a barn burner. So grab yourself a refreshment, sit down on the lazy boy, and put those feet up and enjoy some North Suburban action.
Good call, John. So here we go. We've got Olson, and I can't see if it's 31. Is it?
Oh, I think that's
sorry.
no, that's Irving.
21.
That's,
Irving.
yeah.
21. My bad. So they'll set for the tip-off. And Olson tries to find Henderson, and she does. So Orioles win the tip. Mara Henderson. She's over to Schultz. Schultz finds senior Allison Keith, who kicks it back to the top of the key. That's Mara Henderson. She looks for Resnick. She's not there. Oh, had Resnick on the break. Not there either. So now Mara resets. She's going to get a count. Here we go. There's Amy Schultz. Amy left-hand dribble. She goes all the way to the hole, and no foul, and that's Delaney Kohler. Uh-oh, no one's looking for the ball. Irving tries to get it, and Henderson tips it out of bounds.
Even though that didn't materialize for Amy, I like the way she faked right and went left hand with the dribble drive to the hoop.
Amy's one of the young ladies on the team who's very comfortable on both sides of the basket. So 17-27 here. First half action from downtown St. Louis Park, Minnesota. And there's Delaney Kohler from three. Good.
Oh, big trifecta for Kohler. We saw a lot of her last year, Mike.
We did, and she was actually the leading scorer the first time the Orioles played this year. Oh, and look at Henderson down to Allison Keith, who misses, gets her own rebound, goes strong off the glass, can't make it.
Two nice follows by Allison there, and the senior tries to get on the board early. Both teams playing a straight man-to-man early on here.
Kohler kicks it out to Irving. Irving over to Norton. Norton finds Shalai. Shalai back to Norton, who's wide open, misses. Abby Olson hangs on, tips, oh, and she steps out of bounds.
Yeah, we saw a lot of these same girls last year, Mike, when the Knights and the Orioles hooked up in a game we had here on 16. Even though this is the last North Suburban matchup of the season for these teams, I really hope the Orioles can continue the relationships with Irondale, Fridley, and Heights.
I agree. Hopefully they can do some non-conference games and keep it rolling. Oh, another three-pointer, and that's by Sydney Driggs. And the Orioles are finding themselves down 6-0 here early. And let's hope we can get some offense going and then a stop. Here comes Henderson into the front court. Oh, Schultz, Resnick looks. She swings it all the way around. That's Allison Keith, who looks down low to Abigail Olson. She struggles. She's got on the base. Oh, Amy Schultz in front of the rim, and it's good.
Boy, that was a nice piece of separation. She beat the double team there and got it to her.
So a nice find. Oh, and that could have been a double dribble or a travel or a carry. And they go right back. Long rebound. There's Resnick on the rebound.
Driggs really showing that she's got nice form as a spot-up jump shooter from three.
Oh, wide open is Olson, and she goes in strong, and that's Abby Olson from Mara Henderson.
Beautiful diagonal pass on that assist from Mara. Love to see it.
And now the score is 6-4, and they've got a 3-on-1. Lauren goes up strong, and she called it traveling.
Oh.
So very nice.
Norton gave it up beautifully to Driggs there, and it was a nice piece of work by Norton there, but there you see just an extra step, and Lauren's aggressiveness caused her to not put the rock on the floor.
I don't think she expected that. Here we go. Now we've got Oriole basketball, full court press. Henderson throwing it into Schultz. She's going to bring it up. Not a lot of pressure by Delaney. She's going to cross over. There we go. And over the timeline is Henderson. Henderson down to Allison Keith. She squares up, triple threat position. They swing it around. Resnick over to Henderson. Henderson looking down low. It's not there. And now Schultz. Schultz is going to tee it up. And that's just missed. And no rebound, but it goes to the Knights.
Nice arc on that shot by Amy. Not quite the distance that she needed, but I'm sure she'll get that down as the game goes on.
Yeah, just didn't have the legs into it. There's Kohler wide open, and she hits a three, and that's her second of the night. So we've got 3 3-pointers from the Knights. Resnick quickly gets it out to Henderson. Henderson's going to go hard. She goes strong and in with the left, and Amy looks like she might have cut her off at the pass.
Yeah, they almost ran into each other, and Mara ended up with a lot longer layup attempt and came at it harder than she wanted, I think, ideally here. And now we're going to see that wave of substitutions you've talked about as the season's progressed.
Yep, so here we go with the second set of 5, and you're going to see that's Addie Mae Perkins, Caitlin Ederer, Autumn Ballesteros, and you've got Skylar Nagorski. Nobody talked to Caitlin. And there's a quick turnover.
Nice steal by Norton.
Oh, and Skylar didn't get her hands up. And I think you're going to get a foul on Elise Moore.
Yeah, and Kohler did a nice job following Norton there. Norton had the angle there on the drive as she went to the left hand there, but she missed a little difficult there. And then Kohler did a nice job hitting the glass for the Knights.
So we've got Irving throwing it in. She's under the basket. No one's breaking, John. She's going to get a count. Oh, there we go. Oh, Addie Mae. I thought she was going to get a tip on that. So Norton, top of the key. She's surveying the land. She finds Irving. Oh, a bad pass. Irving picks it up. And what are they going to call? Are they going to call? Oh, a foul on Elise Moore. That's going to be her second, a quick one.
Already on the freshman, she's really made some vast improvements and seen a lot more playing time as the season's progressed, hasn't she, Mike?
Yeah, after about the third game, she became part of the top 10 group, and in that second set of 5. But Tim over there, since pleading his case, that was really a ticky-tack foul. I don't even think there was a lot of contact, and now they're going to get another whistle. And who's this one going to be on?
Oh, I think there was an illegal screen down low, and I think it might be on 21 Irving there. I'm not sure.
Well, it happened quick, and I'm not sure if that was a make good or 33, and that is Shalai.
All right, I thought it was an illegal screen. Didn't have the number right, but
Caitlin Eder looking. She gets to Addie Mae Perkins in the corner. Addie Mae dribbles, and she picks it up. Now we're in trouble in the corner. Long pass to Autumn. Autumn bringing it over the timeline. Here's Ballesteros. Oh, she gets poked at it. Oh, she keeps her dribble. Look at that, Marcus Haynes.
Yeah, it was a little Curly Neal action, absolutely.
Caitlin goes down low. Two people on Skylar, and they missed a cutting Elise Moore.
And they're going to try to double her again. It looks like they're going to try to deny Ederer and Nagorski inside today.
They went to school the first time we played. Now look at the little Audie goes in strong, and look at Skylar Nagorski goes up with the left hand and then up with the right hand, and she's fouled.
So, man, that's probably a good strategy for the Knights. Is right there. It was the Twin Towers action, although you only have half of the battle in there with Nagorski beating the double team and getting 2 attempts at it and 2 boards for Skylar.
And that foul is going to be on Shalai, and that's going to be her second, I believe.
Yep, only 2 so far on the Knights. Nice form on that shot by Skylar.
So Nagorski hits the first of 2, and she pulls the score 9-5 in favor of the Knights.
Got a couple substitutions in the game here. Carr in the game, number 4 for Irondale, and also Caldwell. Caldwell Jones now in the game.
Oh, we love her. She played for the Sixers way back in the early 80s. So Skylar misses the second.
So there's Caldwell with the ball, 14, who just entered the game.
Caldwell over to Kohler, back to Caldwell. They're playing catch. She's going to go strong on the drive, and then she finds Irving. Irving back to Delaney Kohler, and it's good. Uh-oh, what are they going to call here?
Foul away from the ball. Yeah, I think the basket's good. Yeah, basket's good. It is a foul on the Knights. What number we get?
32, is it? Or no, wait, I didn't.
Maybe 21?
21 it could be.
Amy Irving? Not the movie star, but.
No. Loved her in Crossing Delaney.
Yeah. Don't know if we have the.
We still don't have the fall. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they accidentally put the Oriole player's number up there.
Yeah,
so.
they missed it. So.
I'm going to say that was on Irving.
And Autumn finds Skylar underneath, who goes up quick and no basket, and then no rebound, and it's going to be off.
Yes,
Knights.
Off number 4, Carr, who just entered the game there. And you had both the Orioles down there. You had Moore and Ederer battling for the rebound.
Yep. So now we've got Addie Mae Perkins throwing it in. Addie Mae's looking, surveying. Oh, and out of bounds. And that's Courtney Carr. They call her CC on the team. And she hits it out of bounds.
No relation to Chris Carr there.
No, not at all. Courtney is the spelling bee champion on the team, though. Interesting from this year.
Where did you pick up trivia like that? You don't often get that in a broadcast.
You know, and talking to some of the parents, they're willing to share some of that information. So here's Caitlin Ederer brings it back. She's going to regroup top of the key. Addie Mae Perkins from 3. She wants 3. A very high arcing shot and no rebound. And now it goes off to the Knights. So the Orioles are down now 5-12. And 13-21, a cutting, and she got run into. There was some contact with Caldwell in the middle. Here comes Audie pushing it up. She picks up her dribble. Now she finds Addie Mae Perkins again, who swings it quickly to Ederer. Ederer's going to take 1 dribble. She's going to slap it off the glass. No good. And then Autumn, the smallest girl on the floor, gets the rebound.
She went into
Addie Mae Perkins.
Yeah, nice to see Audie go into the tall timber there, and she was a good 10 feet from the hoop, but she read the angle of the arc. That the shot missed fairly high off the backboard, and she read that. So
it was a very aggressive shot. I think Caitlin was surprised how wide open she was, and she probably had a little extra time to take, but that's all right. It was good. You got to get them thinking offense. I'm glad she was looking to shoot. So now we've got the first group in, John.
Yeah, and I was going to say, so far, if you just joined us, the Orioles indeed, like they have most of the season, going with 2 groups of 5, and all we've seen so far out of the Knights is just 2 subs in. So we'll see if the Orioles continue this full court pressure, if indeed the Knights wear down, as the Orioles do come at them with more depth, and I think the girls are in great shape in orange and black.
On the last sequence, Allison Keefe missed about a 10-footer from the baseline. Oh, and there's a travel call. Carr dragged her pivot foot.
Yeah, you got Carr's got the braids flowing there, a little headband action, and mismatch on the socks there. You don't often see that at the high school level, but that's kind of a...
It might be a fashion statement. You never know. 12:38 on the clock. Orioles are down 12-5, and there's 3 people on Henderson, so somebody should be open. There's Allison Keith. She takes a power dribble into the lane and a floating right-handed jumper, and she gets pushed. Allison's going to find herself at the charity stripe, I think.
Yeah, you know, and if you're one of the Knights fans there, it was basically 1-on-3 as Allison was trying to go at it from 10 feet and shoot over 3 different Knights players. But indeed, Caldwell going to get saddled with her first, and I believe the 4th team foul of the half for the Knights.
Allison strokes it in. Her first point of the night, and now she closes the gap to 6. 12-6 in favor of the Knights. Here comes the second of 2. Alice has been a 53% free throw shooter this year.
And I believe she's averaging just over 3 a game as well.
Yep, about 2.5 points a game. She's right there. So now
Caldwell with a good job on the board
to
there.
Norton. Norton's going to go in hard. Oh, and Abby Olson gave her a little bit of a slap there. And I think she's going to be saddled with her first.
Yeah, a lot of fouls here early on here. We still got 12:21 to go here in the first half. A lot of stoppages. But both teams playing a hard, aggressive man-to-man and doing some different trapping as well as full court pressing. We'll see if each team decides to stay in the man-to-man or the person-to-person.
So Norton drops one in. And now we're going to have some substitutions. It looks like they're subbing in Norton. If she makes the basket, she's going to get a little bit of a rest. But we've got a new player, or we've got number 20, Sydney Driggs came back in the game. Yes. And you'll see Delaney Kohler take a rest. She's going to grab some Gatorade. And another nice one by Norton. So she brings the lead back up to 8. It's 6-14 now. Lauren Resnick's going to be walking the baseline here.
And you talked about this a little earlier, Mike, but Kohler and Driggs are really the 2 main scorers for them. Kohler comes at the Orioles averaging almost 15 a game, and Driggs coming at just under 10. So
Resnick had Henderson, and Henderson ran away. And so it's going to be but it's going to stay here. It was off of the Knights. So Orioles got a break there. Resnick throwing it in on the sideline.
They're collapsing down again, and the Orioles in the low blocks there.
Here we go. Signs Henderson in the corner, and there we go. Oh, we're going to get offensive foul on Abby Olson with an illegal pick. And John, we've seen that a couple times this year from Abby. She's got to establish herself, and I believe that's her second foul.
Well, Irving backed down on her to create a double team off the inbound situation. I don't know if that frustrated her or what.
Oh, a nice one-handed bounce pass to Irving.
Oh.
Yeah, wide open shot there and missed it. And then a three-pointer, and there's no good. And nobody boxes out. And that's number 10 to Scuba. And Resnick with the steal. Now she gets it pushed up to Henderson. And now it goes back to Caldwell.
Yeah, Caldwell. Just a little ticky-tack foul there, I believe, on Henderson as she went by, but Caldwell with a nice aggressive job defensively for the Knights.
And it looks like we're going to have a timeout here. 11:51, and it's Orioles 6 and the Knights 14. John, what do you think? It seems a little sloppy right now.
Yeah, both teams really seeming, this is the Orioles' 3rd game in 5 days this week. Obviously, anytime you get into a senior night or end of the season type game, the girls probably want to win this game as much as any game that's been on the docket for the whole year. The emotions there. You had one of their senior players singing the national anthem. Another reason, a lot of family, grandparents here as well tonight. But as well for Irondale, they've got to feel like, they were real competitive with Park last year as well as the first game this year, and they also feel like this is a gut check for them and a chance to win. I don't know. I really think it's going to come down to in the second half, the last 6-8 minutes, because both teams don't seem to. The Orioles seem to have an advantage on the interior, I think, when you talk about Abby and Skylar down low there and maybe Caitlin getting some work down there. I just haven't seen anything on the interior for Irondale, but if they keep launching threes and utilizing Kohler like they have, she's got 3 threes already in the game for 9 points. So.
And she was their big weapon the first time we played them. And you would think after playing them once, they would kind of know how to scout against this. But they kept giving her these long threes, and she's not afraid to pull the trigger. So, go ahead.
I was just going to say, one thing that impressed me so far with Irondale is when they have attempted, even the shots they've missed, they've been fairly square to the hoop when they launch their jump shots. They haven't had to shoot off the dribble much. They've been very square with their feet.
Yeah, they're not cranking them up. Oh, now we're going to get a foul on number 10, it looks like, and that is Skubal, her first.
Yeah, I believe that's the 6 of the half.
5, I think.
Oh, 5,
yeah, well,
yes.
5 for them, 6 for Park. And here we go. Eder now in the backcourt, and she yo-yos it up. Finds a wide open Abby Olson, who takes one dribble, tries to go up strong, and
beautiful.
basket.
Abby faked the jump shot to get her defender to crash on her, went to the right-hand dribble and beat her clean, and you can see why Abby's averaging 12 a game for the Orioles.
Yep.
You absolutely can. She's got some good post-up moves.
Yeah, Abby's really turned on the offense this year, and she's been the beneficiary of a different style of offense, too. You know, the offense has really been designed to bang it down low, and she and Skylar have been, putting up some big numbers lately, and good for them. You know, that's the way you got to do it. If you have the advantage, you might as well, take advantage of it.
Well, I think she spent a lot of time in the weight room strengthening her lower half, too, in the offseason, which has really helped, and here she goes again from the baseline.
So Abby misses, but a steal by Morrow, which was nice. And quickly pushing it back. So hopefully the Orioles have really picked up their defense this year. Hopefully they can continue with the defense and it'll produce offense. Oh, Kohler wide open. You can't leave her there. And then nobody boxes out underneath. And a foul, and there's Eder with the rebound. Oh, did we turn it over?
And that was Driggs not only getting the opportunity on the 2-foot bunny, but then stealing the ball away for them. So nice work for Driggs for the Knights. She's going to go to the line here. One's on Mara, I believe, as well.
Okay, and that's Mara's, should be her first, isn't it? I didn't have her with 2, but they have her with 2.
I think there's some confusion because they also had Elise, I believe, with 3 as well, and we only have her with 2.
We have her with 2. I've got Abby with 2. I've got not Autumn, but Elise with 2. But we'll see if they straighten it out. So Sydney Driggs on the line. Nice stroke.
Good, excellent form that time.
Yep.
And Chalet back into the game as well for the Knights here on the substitution.
Yep. Oh, Caitlin has no one to go to, and then you've got Sydney Driggs hitting it out of bounds. So again, John, you'd like to see the girls break to the ball instead of breaking down into the corner and getting trapped.
Right.
But it's just in there. Oh, now we've got Abby down in the middle, so they've got an option. And Mara's going to bring it up left-handed dribble. And number 10 is Skubal. She's riding her. She could get a hand check foul on that. Here's, they've tried to rule that out. That Schultz goes down to Olson, who misses, and she can't get her own rebound. It'll go to the Knights.
She turned around good on that entry pass and did have an opportunity, but good deep by the Knights that time.
Oh, and wide open underneath.
Oh, and a young lady behind us very happy as Chalet gets her first hoop of the day.
And Caitlin's going to get trapped at half court. She's got no one to go to. Tries to get it to Henderson and throws it out of bounds.
So that'll double up the score for the Knights here, and the Orioles going to substitute 2 more players in the game as well.
Yep, so we're bringing back Addie Mae Perkins and Skylar the Walker Nagorski.
Yep.
And here comes Skubal. Skubal with a quick no-look pass down to Shalai. Oh, and she travels, and that's going to be a turnover.
Mike, have the Orioles, I haven't seen the Orioles in a few weeks here, but have they utilized Skylar and Abby in the game much together in terms of a double low post formation or even a high low set?
Yeah, I don't know if it's been by design, but there are times when they're on the floor at the same time.
Okay.
And when they are, it's nice because it creates some matchup difficulties. However, what I will tell you is that clearly the offense is designed for them to be post players.
Right.
And they're not as comfortable away from the basket as,
right.
one of the 3s or 4s.
Correct, right.
And it looks like Abby got hurt on that play.
Yeah, I don't know. She's breathing kind of hard, like she might have taken one. In the upper
taken
throat
it to the
area
neck.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's getting some right underneath the windpipe there, and it looks like the training staff is going to be right all over it.
I don't really see. Oh, there she goes. It looks like she might have got the shoulder of Shalai.
Yeah, right in the.
Yeah, and Abby's got the wind knocked out of her. So the trainer's coming over. I believe that's Julie, and she's going to take a look at her. And but with the fall, that's going to put Maggie on the line shooting 1-1.
Good camera work by our crack staff here.
Yep.
Maggie going to miss that free throw. Orioles going to push it here at the 10-minute mark.
Addie Mae was wide open, but rethought it. Here comes Henderson, quick dribble over to Eder. Eder looking down for Nagorski, but can't seem to get it down into her. And now they're going to swing it again and reset. And now they're looking around. The Orioles are very tentative tonight, John.
Yeah, I'd like to see Mara get some more dribble drive penetration and kick something out to the side here. We'll see what materializes.
Well, we were much more aggressive the first time we played. Oh, there's a takedown. I think Skubal could get called for the foul. Oh, they're letting it go. They're calling just incidental contact.
Yeah, and you know that dribble drive penetration, as you know, is just imperative in terms of creating something for your good jump shooters from the outside as well.
Yeah, you're right. It's uh-oh, here comes Addie Mae Perkins. She's left wide open, and she makes the three-pointer.
The arc is what did it that time. She had enough arc where even though it wasn't clean, she got the nice pop.
So 12-18 now with 9 minutes and 22 seconds on a wide open Skubal, and then she gets blocked. Oh, that could have been an up and down. Finds Shalai underneath. She misses the bunny, and then she hits it out of bounds, and it's going to be Oriole basketball.
You know, Skubal had a beautiful cut from the right side of the court all the way across, and Delaney Kohler hit her perfectly with a pass, and she drove to the hoop. And even though she wasn't able to get an angle to finish that herself, she gave it up nicely to Shalai.
So Henderson in the backcourt, 9 minutes and 11 seconds left. Looking up, looking for someone to go to, and she's being hawked by Delaney Kohler. And there's Elise Moore. She's left-handed. Let's see if she'll use it. Nope, she gets cut off. And they swing it back around. Ederer trying to pound it down. She's got Nagorski. I don't know why she's not giving it to her. Here comes Addie Mae Perkins on the drive, and there's going to be a foul. Yep. She was not moving, but boy, the Irondale fans, John, are very excited about that call.
Boy, we had some fans standing up there, and definitely not some pleasantries exchanged with our officiating crew.
She was not set at all, and the foul goes on CC, Courtney Carr.
And that is her second of the half, I believe, for Courtney.
Yep, it's team 7th, so now we're in the bonus. Addie Mae Perkins.
Really, the arc is impressive for some of the Oriole players on their foul shots as well as their jump shots from the.
Addie Mae has been accused of making it rain in some areas. So.
Yes, yeah, that's a rainmaker, and I hope spring does come soon enough where we will actually get some rain in Minnesota.
Boy, it would be nice for the spring sport teams. Addie Mae misses the second, and she's got 4 points on the night. 8:46 left now. Orioles are down by 5. And Skubal's doing a lot of dribbling.
Yeah, she finds Carr there.
Carr on the dribble drive, and she makes it look easy.
That was a really nice finish that time for Carr, absolutely.
Caitlin being double teamed. They got a little bit of a trap going on the top. There's a bounce pass. Oh, and Addie Mae can't hang on. And then Skubal with the ball.
Oh, she fakes to Kohler there, misses.
And then Carr, it looks like she got blocked by Elise Moore. And then they go, it's a scrum. Nagorski goes down.
And Mike, you're right. Your head's up in terms of, at this point of the game, Irondale's playing more aggressive, and they're really, on the secondary breaks, they're really going hard to follow on the glass as well. They're willing to accept those high elbows inside, so.
Yeah, what worked for the Orioles the first time these two played is not working at this point. So they've got to hit their shots, and they've got to stay aggressive on offense. So there's a little role play.
Nicely done.
Somebody fighting through it. I think that's going to be Elise Moore, and that could be officially her 3rd foul.
That was a beautiful, yeah, you're right. As she rolled through the screen that time, and she was wide open from, 14 feet for the jumper. Nicely designed play off the inbounds.
Yeah, they have her for 4, but I'm pretty sure that's only her 3rd.
Yeah, they gave that foul early on inadvertently to her, and I don't know if the coaches have noticed that, but hopefully somebody with the bench will notice that. That's why you have assistant coaches and student coaches as well down there.
And I don't know if they're looking. We got four coaches, and nobody really has a book to double check.
Yeah.
So now we've got Skubal, and she makes it, and that extends the lead 21-13.
I've been pretty impressed with Skubal as well. She plays relatively good under control. She can handle the ball with either hand as well for the Knights.
Yeah, she's much improved from last year.
Yeah.
Last year she seemed a little tentative.
Yeah, very aggressive posture.
So here's Ederer. Ederer with the ball. She dribble, goes into 2, and then she cuts the middle, and now she's going to get called. There's a foul there.
I love the fact Caitlin took the long step to beat the double team there to squeeze by it. That was nice.
You'll see here on the replay, she really splits the defenders here.
It was nice to see as she turns. There's a 360 here.
And that foul was on Driggs, and that's her
watch
first.
her. She cut between the two with a long step there.
And I don't know that it was on Driggs. I might have given it to Skubal instead. Or Norton.
But they did give it to Driggsy.
Yep. And now we've got this is Caldwell coming back in.
Yep. Caldwell. We've called Caldwell's number a few times.
So
A lot of headband action out there if you're a Knights fan. The white headbands are really the item of choice or the accessory of choice for them.
well, some team solidarity there. Oh, Caitlin missed the second. Addie Mae Perkins gets the offensive rebound, and they're going to reset.
Nicely done on the long rebound that time. Good ball movement on the exterior, and another set shot, beautifully done.
And there's
Rings
Skylar
out.
Nagorski.
Oh,
Oh, and then Amy Schultz goes, oh, that's a little too high, John.
well, I tell you what, didn't materialize that time, but Addie Mae launched another high arcing three that missed. And watch the ball movement here, and then Addie square with both feet right to the basket. Just misses, and then beautiful interior position by that time by Skylar as well.
Wow, Norton just beats everybody up the floor. And then Autumn Ballesteros sticks in, and she gets the steal.
Yeah, the threes battling that time as Norton and
Now they swing it around. This is Schultz, top of the key. Finds Ederich on the right side. She wants 3 points. That's a little long, and now Autumn Ballesteros is right there.
yeah, you got to have somebody on that weak side, absolutely, when you're launching long threes. I don't have to tell you that.
Amy's going all the way on the right side.
Oh,
and she gets the
nicely
basket.
done. She felt like she had the angle on the right side there, and usually, I know that's her strong hand, and usually defensively, as you coach those Minnesota Hustle players and have your guys, usually you want to. Most players are strong to their right side, obviously, so you ideally want to overcompensate and have them go left hand. But
yeah, no, you're right. And they actually pushed her to the right, so it wasn't like they were prohibiting her from going there. So we've got timeout here. 7 minutes and 15 seconds left. 21-16 in favor of the Knights. It's still anybody's ball game. You know, if the Orioles can continue to do what they've been doing, you know, they've been stopping them on the 3-point shots, John. And unfortunately, they've given a couple of inside baskets, but the Orioles pick up the offense here. They get a couple stops, and we're right back where we need to be.
yeah, Kohler hit those 3 threes earlier, all from downtown, but the Orioles have shut that down in the last 6-7 minutes, and it's going to be a dogfight all the way to the end here. I still think eventually the Orioles are going to wear them down inside and get a lot more from the interior. We've already seen a couple breakdowns as well, but one thing the Knights have done successfully with their 2 backcourt starters as well as their reserves is they've been able to have some definite dribble drive penetration and create some things as well, and that'll be important for the Orioles to do as well.
The other interesting point here, John, is that Orioles have a couple girls in foul trouble, and then they've got Abby Olsen on the end of the bench with ice under her chin. So it'll be interesting to see if she can come back. Oh, and Addie Mae Perkins with the steal. Oh, and she had Amy, but just missed her.
Yeah,
But
Addie Mae had her wide open there, but Orioles going to pass it around the exterior there. Love it when Audie head fakes.
Oh, and then the turnover, and look how fast Norton is. No one's going to catch her today.
Yeah, she read that beautifully and stepped up, and she's got great speed from that point guard position.
So now we got, this is Ballesteros bringing it into the front court. She swings it around. Here's Amy Schultz. She's going all the way. Nope, she gets stopped, and there's Allison Keith. One dribble high off the, again. Oh. So, John, that's the second time now, and as many times down that the Orioles have actually hurled the ball over the backboard, much as you might recall in the movie Grown Ups.
Well, and I can really relate to any type of misstep like that from my old intramural days here at Park High when Mark Stone King would be reffing me.
Amy Schultz gets the steal, goes to Autumn Ballesteros, and she gets the basket.
Autumn gets a runner, and I think we might, timeout on the Irondale sideline. I don't know if you had a chance to see that, but Coach Coughlin really not happy defensively with the penetration there.
Here's the replay.
Watch what happens with Norton here.
So Norton doesn't really see Amy slide in there. Amy has the wherewithal to get the steal, and then she gets the assist to a cutting Autumn Ballesteros. So a nice play by Autumn attacking the basket. And John, there's a point well said that the defense created the offensive opportunity, and you know the Orioles have been pressing a little bit more this year, and but they've been doing it with the first group. Now they've mixed the groups up a little bit. We see Lauren Resnick is now in the game, and so we've got Resnick, we've got
well, and the press is what caused that turnover, as you very well talked about, because Norton, a good ball handler there, as soon as the Orioles collapsed on the press there in the double team, she threw the blind pass that got stolen. It was a pretty
lazy pass for her.
Yeah.
I don't think she expected the Orioles to come with that pressure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's that's Addie Mae Perkins on the rebound.
Good position on the board by Addie Mae there. Nice.
Yep, go ahead.
I was just going to say good work.
Yep, nice job. Amy goes left-handed down into Allison Keith. Allison, she's going to, nope, she lights it up for Resnick. Resnick takes one dribble, 2 dribbles. She goes high off the glass. She misses, and then it looks like it's going to be off white. That would have been off the Orioles, I believe.
Great head fake. by Lauren that time, getting their defenders just a tad off and then creating some space, even though the shot didn't go that time.
Yeah, it looks like she might have just was floating a little when she went up.
Yeah.
So here's Resnick on the inbound. She's looking for Henderson. A long pass to Addie May in the corner. Addie May swings it to Schultz. And she's going to get travel.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that was too aggressive of a ball fake.
And the Orioles could have cut it to either 3 or 2 that time with a sequence, but we've still got 6 minutes to go in the half. There you see the travel there, just the extra
And here's
step.
the trap. They brought Henderson back in. So Henderson replaces Nagorski, or Ballesteros, excuse me. And they got the steal. And Mara picks it up.
And Norton back.
Oh, right back. And now here Norton all the way. No one's going to catch her.
Boy, she's got just great speed as well when she receives it. Here's an opening for the Park.
There we go, nice. And let's see if Amy can, that's Kohler, and she might be hurt.
Boy, she might have got hurt. I don't know who she ran into there, but for Delaney Kohler, she's going to get saddled. I think that's her first, but watch here.
An excellent break there. I like the way Mara pushed it up to Amy. Amy just took off, and this is something the Orioles have not done in a while. They just don't release.
Yeah, and that was nice to see, absolutely. And maybe there's a certain, they seem to have sometimes have a little more confidence in Mara's in the game. She's a defensive specialist, but she also can, with her height and as well as her strength on the lower side, the Orioles seem to play aggressively with her in there.
Well, it's, there's some comfort in your role, and if you're playing the same role, you should develop that comfort. So,
right.
Mara's been there since 8th grade, I believe, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and then Amy misses the second, tries to get her own rebound, and now she's going to get called for the fall. That's the frustration foul, John, that unfortunately so many people get. You miss it, and you just charge after the ball, and you're usually not in a good position.
Well, and that's going to be, I believe, the 10th foul on Park, so we're going to have a 2-shotter. The Knights have 9, so St. Louis Park's going to be in the double bonus from now on as well. So it's going to be really important to probably push it in down low and try to take advantage of the fouls that are mounting up on both teams here.
That's Irving on the line. She makes the first one, and it looks like Kohler's coming out. I'm wondering if she's hurt.
She landed on her shoulder awkwardly down here, and it looked like she was holding it a little. I'll try to watch for that, Mike.
The trainer's not really talking to her, so she might not. It might have just been one of those frustration, landings. So here's Resnick quickly up to Schultz, and Schultz goes to Henderson. Henderson on the baseline. She's going strong left. Bump fake. Oh, and she missed the bunny, and now it's going to be. Oh, and the Orioles just don't have any rebounding, John.
Yeah, and she was just a tad too far underneath it. Oh, beautiful. Really nice ball. I got to give it to Scooble there. Really nice ball fake. I thought she was going to release the pass there. She didn't have anyone to pass it to, but the Orioles read it as possible release there. Another injury as well.
Who's on the injury?
Well, it looked here like Amy Irving got banged up a little bit. She's kind of shrugging her shoulders here. There you saw.
That was the previous play. So here's Scooble. She makes the first one, and now the lead gets extended to 28-18. Just after the Orioles had closed the gap a little bit, and the fouls are starting to affect the score.
Yeah, the Orioles had cut it to 5 with the ball and a chance to get it down to 3 here. Still 5.5 remaining. Plenty of time in the half here to just cut into it. Let's see how the Orioles get some penetration here.
Here we go. Resnick to Schultz. Schultz to Henderson. Henderson over to Allison Keith. Back to the top. That's Schultz. Resnick takes a dribble. She kicks it out. Oh, Allison wide open at the top of the key, but didn't look to shoot. Now she's going to drive one. She gets stripped.
Norton again. That's got to be her third steal.
Oh, and Resnick gets a little bit of a hand on it, and here comes Henderson.
And Norton again. Boy, she's got the wheels to cut it off.
Nobody told her what. And unfortunately, Mara just kind of fell asleep there. Nobody was talking to her. Resnick goes to help, and no foul there. So Norton is absolutely killing the Orioles right now.
She is. She's got 3 hoops and 2 free throws in the last 5 minutes, basically. But I think has at least 4 turnovers as well. There she got some help from her friend Griggs, and then she releases it and makes a nice dribble move and goes all the way again. And that's not an easy layup, as the Oriole player is cutting her angle off there, and she's putting it down from 4 feet here.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that the Orioles have just been really sloppy with the ball. They're not protecting the ball, and when you're losing the ball at half court, multiple times, it becomes, it's a frustration because you're not giving yourself the opportunity to do much. And so now it looks like we're going to have. Caitlin Ederer is now in the game, and she comes in for Allison Keith.
Right.
So now the Orioles have a pretty athletic group in there with Resnick, with Schultz, Henderson, and Caitlin Eder. Caitlin looking down low, not giving it to Skylar, though. Skylar's been open all night, and nobody seems to get it down to her.
And she's got a size advantage and strength advantage on Irving, 21
Yeah,
there.
oh, and Caitlin, she travels.
I mean, if you take a look at the shoulder strength that Skylar has, as well as the height advantage and a stronger lower half, I think, from hitting the weight room a lot. Just they've got to find a way to get her confidence up and to get her the ball in areas where she can handle it before they get the double team to her.
Yeah, you're right. So unfortunately, that's another turnover. And look at Norton splits. Nobody.
Oh, that's got to be a
there we go. Finally.
Norton ran so fast she couldn't control the ball. I never used to have that problem, Mike.
No,
I know you definitely did. I remember your Jets. I mean,
oh, look at this. Quickly up to Eder. Eder takes one dribble, two dribbles, and then she dribbles into a double team. And now she's looking around. She's trapped, and she's going to try and wing it up there. She misses, and there's Nagorski with the rebound. And one!
Oh,
yes.
Skylar somehow got an angle there. She was almost completely underneath the hoop there. And that was good defense on the night side by Kohler there. She helped collapse down, but watch as Skylar goes on the weak side there and is able to corral that. There was no box out for Irondale that side, and Skylar with her strength got there.
I almost thought she was too deep to get that shot, but she figured out a way to make it work, and then she gets the basket. So Skylar goes 2 for 3 from the free throw line, and she's got her 4th point of the night. And now the Knights quickly come back. That's a 3-pointer, no good. And then you've got, Skubal, and it should be off of White. Oh, they're giving it right back to him.
Boy, I thought that hit off Skubal's foot and went out, and I think that's indeed what Coach thought as well, but we'll take a look here.
So now we've got Knight basketball underneath.
Doesn't matter.
That's Driggs. Driggs over to Irving. Irving up to Skubal. Skubal looking. Oh, and an illegal pick down low, but Resnick fights through it. And then Henderson goes after Norton. Skylar Nagorski is hawking Irving.
They got Henderson's on Norton here, and that's usually a good match for Mara, but Norton's got a lot of wheels.
There you go. And Eder with the rebound.
Good release by Skylar. She's flashing her hand that she wants
Addie
to
Mae
rock.
Perkins. Oh, there we go. And then Skylar. She travels on the ball fake. John, we're seeing that far too often.
Well, she had her hand to flash that she wanted the ball early, but when she got it, she really did have that angle to the hoop, but she just was too excited there. So
yeah. I'd rather see, Skylar's got a good shot. She can make that shot.
Right.
I mean, it's a good move, but unfortunately, it's just if you're there, I'd almost rather see her. Oh, and there's Kohler's back in the game. She clearly isn't that hurt. And now they've got a 2-on-1, and Eder comes back to help Resnick. Resnick takes a swipe, and she gets there a little late, and now another basket. So 33-21 now.
Kohler, that was a nice shot by Kohler, who entered the game, and she got it down to Driggs down low, who was able to finish.
Orioles looking for a basket.
There's Skylar getting...
Yeah, Skylar's wide open.
Yeah,
I just don't... Caitlin's just not seeing her.
They haven't played that two-man game yet, and I keep thinking they're going to do that from the interior-exterior there, yeah. Flash again. She's going to flash. I'd like to see it move it to the other side
here. Here we go. Now we got an overload.
Yeah.
Resnick down in the corner. Resnick looks in. It's not there. Yeah, now she's, skip pass to Henderson. Henderson wanted 3. No, she thought again. Kicks it back to Addie Mae Perkins. A long 3 from Addie Mae. High off the backboard. And it looked like Irving might have gone over Nagorski's back, but it's off Nagorski.
I think one thing Park's got to look at halftime is when they flash their post pair from side to side, they've somehow got to create an angle for a cross-court pass above across the defense so that Skylar, when the player receives it, they get it to Skylar before she gets double teamed.
Yeah, you got to hit them on the break, John. And really, unfortunately, there's some girls down there that are waiting till they get to the spot. It's just too late.
Right.
Look at Kohler goes behind the back, but Audie's not afraid. Audie sticks her arm into it. Oh, and Kohler pushes her back. And there's a little monkey business. Look at underneath. Now they're going to call somebody. And 3 seconds in the lane.
Oh, and I think it's on Kohler, and she's kind of shoved at that. She's the leading scorer, and
so it looks like Autumn got into her head a little bit, but it was a pushing match there for a while. And Wally Carbo, come on in if you will.
There'll be fines and suspensions.
Holy cow! Gene Okerlund's going to come and announce the game next year. Oh, and Addie Mae Perkins gets bailed out. She lost the ball going up. But aggressively attacks the basket.
But Mike, that's exactly what happened there. Addie Mae's penetration made the defensive player leave Skylar momentarily, even though Addie Mae couldn't finish the shot there. If she would have been able to have the peripheral vision to just give it up there to Skylar, that's exactly what that dribble drive can do for you.
Addie Mae, this is the first of 2. Addie leads the team in 3 points, taken and made this year. And
a great job by the stats crew here, Mike. I know a lot of the parents have been involved with helping with that, and there's really some great effort that's been put into it in the 25th game of the year.
So Addie makes the second of 2 and closes the gap to 11. It's now 2:28 left on the clock, and Caldwell picks it up, and now we've got Norton.
Yeah.
Oh, and 2 dribbles, and then she kicks it out to Caldwell, wide open on the baseline, misses. Nagorski picks it up off the floor, and now we're pushing it up.
I would have loved to see Autumn release diagonally that time to create a little angle there.
Yeah, we got to hope that Skylar doesn't get into foul trouble, because if Abby Olsen's not coming back,
right?
Then, and there's a couple of aggressive plays right there, and I can't. If they get Schultz, is that number 12, Amy Schultz? He's looking at her. He's looking at her. It is Amy Schultz.
Okay, good call.
And that's her second.
Yeah, you're right. That's a great call about what happens with Abby down there. She's still holding that ice pack on her. It all looks like her right side of her neck there.
Yeah, it's either her neck or right under the jaw. It's hard to see from this angle, but it clearly is bothering her because she hasn't slid back down in the rotation at all. So hopefully it doesn't swell up and it's nothing serious.
Well, and hopefully Skylar, who's a great athlete, can handle the increased workload in the pivot in the second half too if she can't come back. Right.
Well, I think in Allison Keith, senior captain, is back in the game, and maybe this is an opportunity for Allison too. Allison's got a little bit of length. She doesn't have the same bulk that the other girls have, but she's got the length, and she could take advantage of that and get some rebounds here. So
good insight, Mike.
Thank you. So here's Amy over to Addie May to Autumn. We got all the A's in there except for and Allison. So we got 4 A's and an S. Oh, and then a kick on Scooble.
One thing I like here with the switch with Mara leaving the game and Autumn coming in, I'm kind of watching Autumn against Norton here. You got 2 of the quickest players on the team. Well, Norton's probably the fastest player as well in Irondale, but might not be a bad, even though Norton's got a height advantage on Audie. Wow, what an arc on that.
Yep. Addie Mae Perkins, she's 1 for 5 from three-point land tonight. And now look at Scooble, nobody even on her. I really hate to see that, John. You got to stop the ball, and then we leave a wide open drig. So
it was that dribble penetration, and our player gave up to try to support on Scooble there. Absolutely, whoa.
Yeah, she could have taken it all the way for the layup, I think, if she wanted to. Here's Schultz from the baseline. She goes short. And now we've got Norton again. Norton's going hard, and Allison just kind of lets her go. And I don't know what's going on with the Orioles, but they just refuse to challenge the ball.
Well, one thing, too, is one thing you read of defensively, if you're coach there, every time Norton's got the ball, she dribbles down the right side of the court, and she's only going to the right side for her layup, so we got to force her to go left and get it to the left hand.
Yeah,
you're speed.
Oh, and there's a turnover. Oh, and it's that's Irving, or Driggs, excuse me, goes into the score table.
We might have another, that almost hit, and the edge of that table that's down there is very...
Oh, she
has a sharp object on it.
I think she got full of water down there. Somebody's water spilled.
Oh, my heavens. It's a Globetrotters trick, isn't it?
And then look at that. Delaney Kohler giving her a walk down.
I wish we had that on video. She rushed her down and set her back in the game.
So we got Autumn over to Addie Mae. Back to the action, folks. 1 minute remaining in the first half. Skylar tries to go left. It's not there. Addie Mae Perkins swinging it. Now we've got Schultz at the top of the key. Back to Perkins. Over to Ballesteros. She's going to take a drive. Oh, a beautiful try to get into Skylar, and Skylar goes up strong with the left and misses.
Way to battle Audie, though. Audie caused a traveling there just by her harassment there. But you're right, Audie found the seam there and had the vision, the court vision.
Yeah, the only challenge there is a bounce pass going to Skylar.
To a big person,
is kind of hard for. Oh, and she missed Skylar wide open.
Right, flash her to her.
And here's Amy. Amy gets pressured, and then Addie Mae Perkins ball fake and a travel. Boy, John, how many times have we seen that this first half?
Yeah, I don't know officially what the turnover count is, but just 41 seconds remaining in the first half here.
Yeah. So the Orioles have been averaging about 25 turnovers, and they're almost halfway there now in the first half. There's Addie Mae Perkins, and I think she got the block, John.
And then the tie ball. Whoa, look at Caldwell's aggressiveness. Just not going to be happy with getting blocked, and she went back to get it. So.
Yep. So
did the Orioles get a lot in the first matchup with Irondale? Did we really get a lot inside from?
Yeah, we did. There was a lot of baskets, and I think Abby had a lot of baskets.
They laid on the double teams too, and did Irondale not double a lot too?
Lauren had a ton of assists that game, and it was one of those things where we were making our shots, John, and tonight we're just not making our shots. Our shooting percentage is probably 20% at this point.
Right.
Here's Amy down in the baseline. There's 14 seconds on the clock. She drives in, tries to go up strong, gets blocked.
Scooble with the steal. Here's Norton again.
And she finds a cutting. Driggs. Oh, and then she misses. Autumn gave her a little help to the floor.
But look at
then Norton with the steal.
Wow. Well, Norton gave it up beautifully to her teammate there, and then she stole it away, but no damage done here as the bell rings and we're done with the half.
Yep. So, folks, stick with us. It is halftime, 37-22, but we're going to be honoring the seniors tonight, and we're going to have a little presentation here at halftime, and we'll rely on a couple of the girls who are going to talk about some of the seniors.
This is really a special moment. I know Paul and our staff was able to cover senior night last year, and with just 3 seniors on the club as well, this is really a fantastic memory the girls are going to have as they all sit down here. And yeah, you really hope Abby's doing okay over there. She took the ice off of her neck at least, so that's a good sign over there. Nothing long term, but the trainer's still sitting with her over there, Mike.
Yeah, you're right. It looks like she's in, when that type of thing happens, you can almost get a whiplash effect, and she's trying to turn her neck side to side. So clearly she's very stiff, and hopefully it's nothing long lasting. They've got a game next Tuesday, most likely against the Hopkins Royals, and we're going to need all cylinders on pumping at that point.
Yep, all wheels are in motion here. A couple of youngsters firing up some balls here as with their one of those young men's got some nice orange and black skips on there, Mike. I like to see that.
He's
got the Park
sweats. He's a future Oriole right there.
Yeah, I'd love to see that out here.
Oh, here we go. So Lauren Resnick. Yeah, it's hard. So Lauren Resnick is talking about Rachel Welke.
Lauren's on the left there.
Here you can see, and Rachel's coming on the floor.
And then on the floor, the young lady is coming out with her mom and dad.
Yep. That's Rachel Welke with her parents, Lisa and Jeff Welke.
Southwest Minnesota State for college. Some nice pictures there. And
her major is going to be chemistry and music, and her advice to future basketball players is that she tells them to always push yourself to be the best you can be.
So a nice little speech by Lauren Resnick for her friend Rachel Welke. Rachel celebrating again with her parents Lisa and Jeff.
And what a great job she did in the anthem pregame. And they said she studied music possibly at Southwest Minnesota State, so great.
Sounds good. And now we've got Allison Keith coming on the floor with her parents Rich and Brian, or excuse me, Rich and Heidi.
Something she'll never forget is just the friendships and bonds we've made on our team. And she plans to go to Kansas State.
Allison's going to Kansas State.
She wants to major in education.
Majoring in education.
If she could tell the younger kids one thing, it would be
Caitlin Eder talking about her right now. And Allison is also on the track team, and her father, Rich, there is a Phi Ed teacher here at the high school, and he's also the head varsity track coach.
That's got to be wonderful memories he's had all these years. And going to Kansas State, pipeline there from Amy Davidson from years gone by.
And here we have Michaela Ebert with her parents, Brian and Lori. And I believe Michaela's going to Mankato State next in the fall. Minnesota, Mankato, sorry.
Maverickville.
Yes.
Where does she plan on going to college? At Mankato. And what she wants to major in is
I think she's physical therapy.
Oh, exercise science.
One thing she wants the younger players to remember is you're stronger than you think you are.
You're stronger than you think you are.
Autumn Ballesteros is talking very nice about her friend Michaela Ebert. So very nice celebration here and honoring the seniors tonight on senior night. So congratulations to Allison, Michaela, and Rachel Welke. And John, it's nice. All of these girls are multiple sport athletes. I know Rachel is also participates in soccer. And, unfortunately, Rachel and Michaela have just been ridden with injuries. So Rachel's got chronic knee issues, and Michaela's had a wrist issue for so long, and it's really sad that they haven't been able to be healthy for their whole senior year.
Well, that's great memories, though, and that was nice that you could bring that up about Mr. Keith being a teacher here at Phi Ed and the track coach. And you look at your daughter, my kids, the Donalds are here tonight. Autumn Ballesteros. So many of these girls are 2, if not 3 sport players, as well as being involved in so many activities at Park. And I know that's wonderful memories, and the last game of your senior year on this court, no matter what. And hopefully Coach Senchen can have a good talk with the girls at halftime, and they can come out and battle as hard as they can in that second half. I know Mike's adding up statistics, and while you talk about Park, I'll add up the...
So for St. Louis Park, first half statistics, we had Amy Schultz with 4 points. We had Allison Keith with 1. Abby Olson, before getting injured, left with 5 points. Skylar Nagorski had 4, Caitlin Eder had 1, and Addie Mae Perkins had 5. Oh, and excuse me, Autumn Ballesteros had 2. So really well-rounded scoring. Unfortunately, just not enough of it, as they total 22 points, and the Knights have 37. And I think the majority of the points probably coming from Norton and Kohler, but
yeah,
I could be wrong, John.
You could be wrong, but you're not.
Oh.
You're very rarely ever wrong.
Wow.
And I want to make sure Barry Resnick knows that.
Where are my kids to hear that?
But you're right. Kohler with 9, the 3 early triples, and Norton, who only averaged under 7 a game coming in here, I believe, with 8 points as well as 5 or 6 steals just on her own in the first half. And then obviously Skubal has also had 6 points as well, and 4 other players with 2 apiece. So.
Right. So with that, we're going to take a brief break here. We'll be back for second half action here on ParkTV 16, and you're watching St. Louis Park girls basketball.
You're in Oriole country.
We'll see you soon.
The best compliment I ever get is when someone says to me, "You had breast cancer?" They look at your chest. "Did you have operations?" I said, "Yeah, I had bilateral mastectomy and reconstruction." That's the best compliment.
Women who are told about their breast reconstruction options report feeling in control and experiencing a higher quality of life after cancer. Before you undergo surgery for breast cancer, get the facts. Make sure you know your breast reconstruction options. For more information, visit broaddayusa.org.
You're back at St. Louis Park High School for the second half. Last game of the North Suburban season, with the Orioles in Irondale set to join their second half. I'm John Fromm, joined by my sidekick in training. He's actually finished his training, Mike Resnick. Mike, what are you expecting differently from the Orioles second half?
Well, they've got a little bit different mix here for the first 5. I just hope they continue to pressure the ball, and let's not lose Norton and Delaney Kohler. I think if we stop those two, we've got a chance. So here's Shalai. Shalai being hawked by Nagorski, who gives her a little forearm, and then Kohler goes down to Irving. Irving hits a cutting Norton, who loses the ball. And John, we were just talking about that, pressuring the ball a little bit there, and there you go. She might have had too many French fries at halftime. What do you think?
Well, it's just good to know that Norton's human and she can actually make a mistake there. She actually wasn't perfect. So I can relate to people that are not perfect.
Didn't they call you Mr. Perfect in high school?
I am no Kurt Hennig.
Here comes Autumn on the drive. She goes right to the belly of the beast. She misses, no rebound, and now Norton pushes out. Oh, and Ballesteros goes to the floor.
Look at that
There we
takedown.
go.
If this was high school wrestling, she'd get 2 points for the takedown. She might get riding time on that as well, Mike.
I think you're right. I give her I think the red sleeve is going up.
And riding time's important in high school wrestling. And look at the complete
that was
takeover.
A good takedown.
Shoulders were pinned down.
I don't think Norton knew what she was getting into with that ball.
Oh, nice
and
entry.
Inside, and Skyler can't convert, but gets her own rebound, and then she gets fouled.
Well, good entry pass in 2 attempts that time, and some of the Irondale faithful not happy with that personal that's called on one of the Knight players. I didn't get the number on that one, Mike.
It could be on Shalai. That's her 3rd, and I think her dad was disapproving. He was standing behind us.
But her sister definitely would never question the foul. Her sister wouldn't be one to make a penalty, right?
So we can't get them to buy into it, but they've got now. Her sister's got 3, and now the score with Nagorski on the line, and she misses her second. So 1 of 2 for Nagorski.
Little 2-on-1 give and go here. Good defense causes an errant pass, and the Orioles are going to get it. Chance to cut into the 14-point margin here.
So good news is that it looks like Abby Olson has moved down on the bench closer to the coaches, but I don't know if she's going to come back with some playing time or not. There's the bench is not real active for the Orioles right now. Here's Nagorski. She kicks it to the elbow. That's Schultz. Schultz bounce pass right back to Nagorski. One dribble. And a charging on Nagorski.
Yeah, I don't know. Was that Delaney Kohler who maybe had some position there? It was really hard to tell from our angle there. But here Delaney slides down, has those hands straight up, and there's a couple of freight trains that ran into each other on the interstate there.
You know, Skylar would really benefit from being able just to keep that ball up high, John. When she brings it down low, anybody can grab it. So there's a, oh, now what are we going to get here? They're going to call offensive.
Yeah, and Skylar got a piece of that shot attempt there from a partial block from behind, so I want to give Skylar some credit on that.
Yep, Skylar led the team last year in blocks, and she's been down this year with blocks because Tim was worried. Well, last year she was also falling out a lot because she was swiping at the ball. So she's been doing a good job of withholding. Oh, and Allison Keith saves it. She finds Nagorski. Nope, she can't. Kohler's there. So Kohler, and she's being pressed by Autumn Ballesteros. Autumn's working her hard.
Love to see Autumn push her like that.
There you go, and really wreaking havoc down there. This is Irving picks it up, and this is Driggs. Driggs over to Norton. Norton back out to in the corner. That's CC. They call her Courtney. Courtney Carr.
No relation to Chris.
No. Uh-oh, and they got the post. Delaney posts up Autumn Ballesteros, and that's a mismatch.
She used that left hip beautifully in that shoulder to create that angle, Mike. I didn't know you saw that too.
Yeah, that was a good play. You know, you haven't seen that here since Jimmy Peterson.
Right. I was thinking Mike Hatton in his prime, but...
Yeah, Mike and Pat, the Hatton brothers. Here's Amy Schultz with the ball fake. She finds Allison Keith from the baseline. Allison falls a little short on that.
And here's another jump.
Look at Autumn Ballesteros.
Look at Autumn. She's
in
with the Towers there. She's in with the Redwoods, and she's not to be intimidated. Nice job finding a...
Here goes Amy on the drive, pulls up. A little 8-footer, she misses. Oh, it's Skylar Nagorski tries to save it, but it goes to the wrong team, and that's the wrong person. It's Norton, left-handed, and
she
good.
does well. She can finish with the left hand. Nice finish again with Norton.
Yep. So
I don't know if Norton runs track, but I tell you what, if she doesn't, she should get in the sprinters hurdles this spring.
Yeah, this group right now is so. Oh, and then Kohler strips her. They better call a fall there.
Yep.
Yep.
Delaney not happy with that, but good aggressive play as well.
Yep. Staying aggressive, pressuring the ball.
Norton knows how to, is so smart with her speed in order to release. She can wait so long before she releases on those secondary breaks, too.
Yep. So now we've got Elise Moore in for Amy Schultz. And really not a true point guard on the floor right now for the Orioles. So you'll probably be looking at Autumn at the point.
Yeah.
And they've got 4 relatively bigger players down compared to their normal. Not a lot of speed right now for the Orioles, so let's see if they go to pound it down.
Well, they've got, and Elise flashing outside there. Nice look down low.
And Nagorski gets fouled on the left-handed shot. So I really like what Skylar's done this year. She's really worked to get that left-handed shot down on the left side. That's something that not all the girls are able to do. You've got Elise Moore, who's left-hand dominant. You've got Abby, who's right-hand dominant. So it's nice to see that Skylar's been able to, work from both sides.
Can go either way, and all 3 of those girls will be back next year. And
and
almost all the girls, almost everybody that plays will be back. And just like last year was one of the youngest teams in Minnesota, I know a lot of these girls are going to continue to work hard, and they're, a lot of them will play with the Minnesota Hustle this spring or fall, one of the premier AAU programs in the Upper Midwest.
Yep. Uh-oh, they're going to wave it off.
One of the Park players.
Who was it?
I am not sure, but they pointed out one of the players was being in the lane early. But
yeah, that really hurts because the Orioles are struggling. Then Autumn's going to get a foul. The Orioles have been struggling scoring points, and then when they do get one, they take it away from themselves. So again, it's been turnovers, John. It's just been some things that just haven't gone the right way for the Orioles. And tonight the Irondale team is really, they're doing what they need to do. They're scoring. They're pushing the ball up the floor. Here comes Norton. Just as I say that, finds a wide open Irving who misses the bunny, and then we got Allison Keith on the rebound.
Yeah, and if you're coach over there, you can handle that. If you're on the Irondale bench and you miss a little 3-4 footer when you run a nice sequence there.
Yeah. So the Orioles have 4 starters. Oh, good try by Autumn. Orioles with 4 starters on the bench right now at 14:48, and then Autumn's going to get a foul, and she fouls Courtney Carr. Courtney can't believe that someone wanted to guard her full court there.
Well, I tell you what, Autumn, it was literally, I've seen some muggings down on Hennepin Avenue that didn't have as much body contact as that play there. But I love to see that because you got to go for it. You're down 18 here.
Most people don't realize Autumn's got a black belt, so I think she's a tough character.
Is she judo, karate, what, jiu-jitsu?
I'm not sure. I know she's martial arts, so she does full contact. There's Delaney Kohler wide open for 3, nobody there. Here's Allison Keith with the rebound.
Boy, she certainly can defend herself in the open court as well as the open walking areas around the city, yeah.
So we've got Autumn Ballesteros, top of the key. Nobody's on her, John. I thought she'd take a little dribble, and here comes Allison Keith going left, and she's going to get fouled on the drive, and I believe that's number 20, Driggs.
Yeah, and I was going to say, one of the, they really, as you talked about, there was nobody, they were just going to let Autumn. Norton was 5-6 feet off her. They're almost at the point where they're saying, you haven't proven enough to us so you can hit the outside shot consistently. We're going to lay back and collapse in.
We're not even taking the outside shots at this point, so why not? They're sagging back in a loose. It's a very loose 2-3. Uh-oh, and then Autumn, the ball gets tipped by Norton. So, John, it's just nobody's moving on the Orioles. It seems they're very lackluster at this point. And you've got, like I said, you've got about 4 of the 5 starters are sitting on the bench. And
just kind of some heads down a little bit and some frustration there. Maybe not sure what.
And here's Nagorski on the low block, and she goes strong with the left hand, misses, gets her own rebound, and gets fouled, and that's going to be on Carr. Oh, and she's not happy about that. She can't believe it.
No.
Oh, I refuse to believe that you're going to call a foul on me, John.
There's a good entry there. She goes to the left hand, splits the double team again, just misses there. And we should give a shout out to Skylar. She's seen a lot more minutes this game than she normally has lately because of the injury to Abby, right?
Yep, without Abby, she's going to have to be the gun. So no one else has proved that they can play that spot yet. Now we've got Eder in for Autumn Ballesteros, and Courtney Carr now has 4 fouls, it looks like.
Well, and I'm interested too for next year what kind of spring summer program the girls have in terms of what kind of tweaking in year 3 Senchen does with the girls as well. Now that he's had such an opportunity to see what doesn't work and the strong suits of some of his players.
Yeah, well, and he's had most of these girls for 2 years now. So, year 3, the only challenge is going to be that new conference that they're going to be in. And
that's right.
Yeah, that's a travel, yep.
Yeah, Kennedy and Chaska just loaded this year. I saw that Kennedy's doing great, and I'm not sure how Richfield is. I hope they can keep their relations, though, as we mentioned, with Heights, Fridley, and Irondale as non-conference
Spring Lake
opponents.
Park, those are all very comparable teams. And
Trinity, the rematch with Trinity.
Blake.
The Blake Bears.
Yeah, Henry Sibley. So, there's a few of them that I think they could still run with. And like you said, it's a matter of hopefully the attitude is still there. And Addie Mae Perkins goes way up high. And then Elise Moore, nope. Oh, and what are they going to call it? Travel? Or is she out of bounds? I think she's sitting out of bounds.
She might be. Elise and her were battling for the ball, and Caldwell not going to be able to keep it in the Knights' possession here.
So the Orioles are down 25-41, 13-18 left.
Zoning well off the inbounds play again. Oh, nice move that time. Oh. Well, even though she wasn't able to finish that time, that was a really nice move by Caitlin Ederer to find the angle there, to use the glass as well.
Uh-oh, that's off the glass, and there's Caitlin swipes at it. Here's Elise Moore, pushes up quickly. Now here's Caitlin. She's going to go strong. Caldwell challenges, and she falls her.
Yeah, Caldwell just not going to let her have that.
No, and I'm not, for Caldwell, that'll be her, is that her second fall?
That's what I had. Yeah, and do you think something's transpired in this game where you normally, Abby's not playing, but in terms of the rotating the 5-on-5 groups, all of a sudden he's kind of just skimmed a little bit with that, and there's some players that haven't really played at all the second half, or not sure what.
It looks like he's trying to send a message. When you have 4 starters sitting on the bench, for this long, and the game is starting to get a little bit out of hand, I'm not sure what the message is, but he clearly sees something in the group that he's got out there, and hopefully they can, bring him back. So the nice thing about the Orioles this year is that every game somebody different has stepped up, and and so it's been nice to see the development of some of the girls. However, at the same time, we don't have a lot of go-to people. So if you need a basket, Skylar with the steal.
Right, exactly. You don't have the one jet setter. Good angle that time. Beautiful job by Caitlin. Beautifully done. Love to see the girls exploding off the bench on that beautiful drive by Ederer.
So Caitlin decided that she's going to do it on her own right now, which is good. At least she's taking things into her own hands. 12:30 left now. And what do we got here?
3 seconds
in the lane on Caldwell.
It's only a 13-point game, and there's plenty of time left. If we could just have 2 or 3 good sequences where we don't rush a shot, where we get a clean entry, and then just a defensive stop or 2. Make sure we got a handle on Norton out there.
Yep. Caitlin travels.
Right.
So unfortunately, she dragged her pivot foot there, and we've seen this a couple of times this year where the Orioles pick up the ball to make the pass, and then all of a sudden the pass isn't there, and they're left high and dry 40 feet from the basket.
Right.
So 28-41 here from Orioles Gymnasium. Oh, and there's a carry.
Yeah, carry.
Yep.
And we should mention, I inadvertently said that Norton was still in the name, but Scooble went in the game. Well, we just now, Scooble's back out again. They want
Scooble's
Norton
out.
back
Here
in
comes
the-
Norton. They've seen enough.
Norton,
Yep.
you're driving me crazy, Norton.
33 junior Resnick is back in the game now. She replaces Addie Mae Perkins, and we're at the 12-10 mark. Here's Ederer to Allison Keith, and she's looking down low to Nagorski.
Oh,
He goes,
beautiful.
rolls left.
Oh.
And just couldn't convert. And now they're on the fast break. Here comes Kohler. Let's see if they challenge her. Boy, she gets
Gotta
down there.
foul
Oh,
her.
and there's Ederer. Oh, no, too late.
That was a beautiful, and Caitlin really tried to get a big piece of Delaney, but Delaney with the finish that time, and she's got 13 in the game so far. Really bad luck there, because Caitlin, that was probably Caitlin's best move of the night, and she found the angle, and it just banked off the rim a couple times. Or not Caitlin, but Skylar.
Yep.
I get so excited.
No,
I
that's
forget
right.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, unfortunately here we had that play where when we're trailing the ball, sometimes you just got to let it go. If you're gonna wait that long to foul them,
Right.
you're just setting yourself up for trouble. So now Eder in the front court, she's on the wing. Here's Resnick at the top. Schultz comes over to the table to check in. Oh, Allison Keith's going all the way in. She throws up an air ball, and now we've got Norton. Norton trying to push it up, and then what are they going to call? Double dribble.
Oh,
Okay.
another one. We've seen 3 of those in the last 3-4 minutes.
Yep.
So.
So now we've got Amy Schultz coming in. So 1-2 coming in for 2-1, and that's Allison Keith. And now you've got Resnick, Schultz, Nagorski, Moore, and Ederer all in. And Resnick on the inbounds pass underneath. They usually do well on these inbounds plays. Oh, now it's not there. Elise didn't spread. Oh, and Amy Schultz got blocked. And then Ederer with the steal. She's got Resnick. Oh, she missed her.
Yep, she didn't feel like she had an angle. We'll see if they cross-court move it. Oh, take it down low.
There we go. With the left, and Elise Moore misses. She's battling. She's got it over her shoulder. Oh, and then a jump ball.
Boy, Elise kind of dropped the shoulder a little bit, but I don't think the night player had position, but she did get an opportunity up there. There's been at least 4 different layup type situations that if the Orioles could have converted, instead of 15, we'd be in a 5-6 point game right now.
Yeah, they had a chance. Unfortunately, Caitlin was spun around, but she did have Lauren breaking to the basket on the left side. Okay, so here's Norton. Let's see if she tries to blow by everybody again. Now she's got Resnick on her. Resnick normally doesn't guard the point guard, so let's see if they take advantage of that mismatch. Maybe Lauren can get her down low. Oh, there's a cutting Irving.
Nice play.
Oh, wide open.
Beautiful play and Caldwell really hit her on a nice assist that time. You got to give some credit there.
So here we go. Eder in the front court now, and the Irondale Knights are in a man. Oh, and that's going to be off Amy.
And what's been interesting in this game was, I believe it was 23-18. I don't know, 5-6 minutes left in the first half. Park with the ball, chance to cut it to 2 or 3. And just a couple minutes ago, we were down 13 with the ball. So we've had a few little spurts.
Look at Norton. Oh, a good no-look pass over to Griggs.
Yeah.
And now we've got Mara Henderson comes in, and she replaces Elise Moore. Here's Caitlin. She finds Resnick. Resnick not looking to square up to shoot, but looking around. And here's Schultz. None of the Orioles are looking to shoot at this point, John. It would be nice to see him square up. Resnick's going to power dribble. Oh, and then she gets it tipped away, and that's Caldwell on the steal. I really would like to see them just go up and shoot. They're just overpassing at this point.
Right.
Here's Caldwell wide open. Resnick on the box out, and that goes over the basket. And we're at the 10-minute, 28-second mark.
Well, and I was going to say, too, earlier we saw Addie Mae throwing up some threes, and she's got a high arcing shot here. What did you notice, Mike?
So now I notice we've got roughly 5 guards in for the Orioles as Nagorski finally takes a break, and Elise Moore is out, and Allison Keith are out. So roughly we've got 4, 5'8", or 5'9" girls.
Yeah, and Mara is going to use her bulk and play in the low blocks against Caldwell down there, looks like.
Yeah, at 5'8", it's an interesting post-up, but she's got the mismatch with Caldwell.
Yeah, she does. She's got a couple inches and a lot of strength on her.
Amy Schultz decides she's going in with the left hand.
Nice. Good finish for Amy. Really.
So she closes the gap, 17 points. Here's Caldwell they switched over. Resnick had her, then Henderson. Now you've got Irving back out to Caldwell. Bounce pass it. Oh, and they got that mismatch. And unfortunately, Autumn just cannot keep up with Kohler on the block.
Yeah, I mean, Delaney's got, 5-6 inches on her with a good finishing skill. And even though she's a guard, she's going to post her up down there and take advantage of that high differential.
Correct.
Nice crowd on hand. I see a lot of the youth with the youth program here. Good to see some of the young girls that have come out for senior night.
Yeah, it's nice on a Friday night. This is the way the gym should be all the time. You got to fill up the gym and support the local sports.
Love to see the little kids here. I'm sorry, they're not all little. Our nation's youth.
Yeah. So Kohler extends the lead, 49-30 now. Here's Eder in the front court. Eder dribbling. We have nobody on the high block.
Right.
Or the high post, excuse me. Now we've got Elise Moore's going to come back in. And there's Schultz on the drive.
Another good finish again, 2 in a row. Some of the senior boys going crazy over there. I don't know, she's got a big fan club developing over there.
Schultz decided she's going to, and then here's Eder.
Look at her. Oh,
and
nice steal. Almost a good steal that time.
Skubal splits the
wow.
And Schultz lets her down.
Yeah, I tell you, I know they just had some boxing at the Target Center, and we might have had a couple of entries there. Watch the sequence again with Amy as she beats her player clean off the dribble here, splits the double, and uses that glass nicely.
Yeah, they really didn't challenge her. I thought that was Driggs would have gone in and given her, or Driggs would have given her a little more of a contestation there.
Yeah, you're right though, Mike. You were mentioning just not a lot of outside shooting opportunities, and the girls not really willing to take those shots. Maybe.
Well, I think the opportunities are there. I just don't think that they're squaring up looking to shoot. You know, the biggest thing I notice, and this has happened quite a few times, John, you catch the ball and you're supposed to square up in that triple threat position. Your first option is always to shoot, and it seems like our first option lately has been pass. And there's Resnick with a big rebound. Now she's looking to push it up. She has Autumn. She quickly goes to Autumn Ballesteros. Oh, and Skubal goes over the back, but no foul. Autumn gets stripped, and here comes, this is Skubal, tries to go through Henderson and Rell, and she carries the ball, no call.
Wow.
And this is Caldwell. Caldwell goes to the baseline. And now back out to Skubal. So Resnick poked, and then they get her for, I think she had the ball, but from his angle, it looked like she was the reach-in.
Yeah, I've been fairly impressed with the Irondale team I've seen for most of this game. They've had some turnovers, but they've had a lot of dribble drive penetration, and they really seem to have some excellent peripheral vision to see where their teammates are too. And
yep, you're right. I think they're 3rd or 4th in the conference, John, and it's they've had some. The top teams have blown them out, and they beat the teams below them that they should beat, and then they've kind of pushed the teams in the middle. So the Spring Lake Parks of the world and the and Irondale are probably comparable this year, and then St. Louis Park is behind them by a game. So interestingly enough, John, the Orioles have won 7 games this year, which is 2 more than they've won in the last 5 years, I think, in any given season. And this is a game that they could win. They should still pull this out. 9 minutes left. They just got to get on a run here. And there's a turnover by Autumn, and then some swiping going on. And Lauren held back. I think she was headhunting there, and it looks like.
Not that she's a cannibal, but she was going for the ball.
Lauren swiping again, and Caldwell. They could have got a 5 count there. Here's Skubal. Skubal being hawked by Henderson. She goes right in, and she kicks it back out. Here's number 23. That's a new player. That's Welch.
A nice squared up shot by Driggsy. Was that a 3-pointer there?
I think it was. I didn't see his hands go up.
I think that's her. She's got 2 threes on the day.
Here's Ballesteros to Resnick. Resnick. There we go. Now kicks it over to Henderson. Henderson, she squares up at a little too deep. Here's Schultz. Schultz has had the hot hand. Now Henderson. Henderson looks, and she gives it back to Schultz. Schultz over to the corner. Now they're on the left side. Autumn kicks it to Resnick. Resnick, good fake. Comes in. A little high off the glass. Didn't go. Here comes Autumn. Let's see if she can get it. Oh, no. And they gave it back to the Orioles, John.
Yeah, I think we caught a break that time. Lauren made a nice head fake again, went left around her, and just arched that high off the glass that time. There you see the 3-point attempt there.
She was on the line? Okay, good call, Paul.
Good eyes by Paul Broden in the truck.
Boy, we've got a crack staff. I love our spotter crew today. Paul is actually pulling double duty as our spotter and as our indoor in the truck director tonight.
He's enjoying the heat in that truck out there.
He's producing.
Yeah.
So here's Resnick. Resnick looking for Nagorski. There's a beautiful bounce pass to Nagorski. Gets
triple teamed. Yeah.
And then she throws away. Resnick saves it. Now she's coming on the dribble. Resnick with a beautiful move. And she can't finish. Wow, she made up her mind. That was one of the quicker moves we've seen Resnick have all year. And now we've got, this is Caldwell. Caldwell goes right around Moore. She pulls back. And now we've got, this is Driggs. Driggs one dribble back to Caldwell from 3. No good. And Resnick gets the rebound.
And one thing I want to tip my hat to Irondale here, too, is I think that's going to go out.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. They haven't really slowed down their offense or pulled anything back. Even though they're up 21 here, they're still running their regular offense, and they're not stalling or slowing anything down, which I'm glad.
Yep, you're right. So Orioles lose the ball there. Resnick tried to push it up to Henderson, and again, a little miscommunication where Mara at the last minute broke to the basket, and Lauren thought she was going to. And there's Elise Moore with the pickup. And she had Mara on the side, and she goes up again and gets blocked again. So Elise misses twice, and now it's a 2-on-0 break, and this is Caldwell who skips her way. skip to my Lou for 2 baskets, John. 2
Yeah,
points.
that was a 2-on-0 there, and I don't know how exactly Elise ended up getting the ball, but
Well,
here
it actually went off Skylar's leg on.
okay, on the entry. Okay.
Yeah. So what did we get there?
Well, I don't know. Elise launched the shot. I don't know.
Is that a timeout?
No, I think they called a foul on Irondale, but I don't know if it was away from. It must have been away from the ball, because Elise didn't have anybody really. Paulie, do you have that on replay again?
Well, I think they've got a technical on Senshin here.
Oh, it is.
Or on the bench. Yep.
Bench
All on the
technical.
bench, and we've had a few of those this year, and it's usually on the coach. The other 2 we had, or 3 we've had, is where a girl substituted in, and they hadn't recorded her number correctly at the score table.
Oh, you're kidding.
So
boy,
unfortunately, that's an illegal substitution.
That's a rough one. We had a few of those in intramurals when Stone King was reffing.
Yeah, Mark was notorious for the phantom calls. If you're out there, Mark, we know what you're doing, and you're probably on the golf course.
Yeah, in Myrtle Beach,
Yeah.
exactly. He made sure to tell us about that at the reunion.
Yeah. So here we go. We've got Alice and Keith getting ready. Oh, and they're going to get a charging call on number 23. That's Welch.
Yeah.
So Allie Welch saw extended minutes in the JV game.
So that's nice. You get three halves in a night, and they're taking advantage of that, getting the younger players some work.
Yep.
And Addie May from downtown out here. Who
No.
would you say consistently has some of the best outside shooting on the Orioles team as a whole, in terms of if they're squared up and if they're centered on the ball?
I would say, and again, it's challenging. Lauren and Mara probably have the best form on the team. Lauren led the team last year in 3-pointers made, and this year, Addie May leads the team in 3-pointers. Addie May has got a very soft touch. Her form isn't quite as consistent, so mechanically it's different, but she shoots the same way every time, and so that's how you get consistency. And that high arc really gives her an advantage because you get a soft rebound.
Yeah, absolutely. And she got a couple of good. She had some good
timeout.
rim work earlier.
So smart call by the Irondale coach. We're at the 6:49 mark, and the Orioles are down 32-56. The game has gotten a little bit out of hand here on senior night, and John, it was like you said, it was relatively close, and then right before half, it got a little extended, and now it's extended even more. And it just seems like the Orioles are working extremely hard, and they're not getting the results that they want.
Well, and as Elvis plays in the background. Just wanted to make sure everybody knows, if you want to get a copy of this game, you go to parktv.org, parktv.org. For all you senior parents or grandparents, you can also call the 952-924-2635 number. And we should mention Monday's the start of the spring sports season, as synchronized swimming starts practicing on Monday already, and then softball on the 10th. So you Park players that are out there, if you haven't signed up for your
Yeah, you're right. It's quickly upon us. Unfortunately, I think a lot of these spring sports are going to be back in the gym for another month or 2. There's a long 3 from Caldwell, and she nails it down. That's a nice shot for her. She was extremely deep, and again, nobody was challenging her, John.
Yeah, and some good, she didn't start the game, but she's had several points, as well as Scoobel. I think they have, I may be wrong here, but I think they have at least 14, 15 points off the bench, which is great for them.
Yeah, they've really done a nice job spreading it around, and obviously Norton set the tone with the speed.
Norton.
And I'd like to make a special announcement. You guys might not know this, but this is John and my 300th game that we've done together. So John, I appreciate you putting in all the hard work, and enjoy doing all the baseball and softball and basketball games with you. And I know you've done so many hockey games. I know we're trying to get the Ultimate Frisbee team on ParkTV 16.
Yeah,
and I know Missy's going to be doing a special on them later in the season.
That's great. And, I know you and I are looking forward to doing a lot of the softball games this year. I'm going to, nice finish that time, and then nice work as well by Caitlin that time. But I'm really looking forward to even if it is the 1st of May before softball and baseball starts, they'll have a good 3-4 week season to punch 20 games out. No problem with that. Last year, the baseball team had about 7 pitchers having to throw.
Yeah,
but we'll have fun with the doubleheaders, and looking forward to wearing our Park 16 sports shirts we're going to get. I don't know if House of Sports is going to do our confirmed order, but we might need to slide some business Beth Halfin's way.
Beth Halfin does a crack-up job over there on West Lake Street. So if you get a chance, stop in, grab your Park apparel or your spirit wear. It looks like we've got massive substitutions right now for the Orioles. Nagorski, Resnick, Ballesteros, and Amy Schultz. And now it looks like Addie Mae Perkins, or Addie Mae was in, I guess. So 4 new players now for the Orioles. And the Knights brought back in Shalai, and here comes Scooble right up the middle, and nobody challenges her. And then Driggs cutting to the basket. She gets fouled by Addie Mae Perkins, and the Orioles just seem to be a half step behind tonight.
Yeah, a little bit there. But, you know, as one of the Knights goes to shoot some free throws, Driggs there. Yeah, you know, with the weather, I tell you, I had a conversation with one of the Park baseball coaches, and I said last year it was April 30th when the high school baseball season started. It was supposed to be April 4th. I go, it's a lot colder with a lot more snow this year.
Well, in speaking with Al Wahutka earlier in the week, the varsity softball coach, his biggest concern is with all this snow and these cold temperatures that they might not get any games until late May.
Yeah. I know, and you know, I just wanted to give a shout out to Al, though. I noticed that, you know, you took some photos of the softball program and them working with some of the younger kids as well in the community and having some nice instructional clinics, and that was really nice to see, and him taking the time. Nice finish that time on the runner. Yep. Addie Mae.
Perkins with the left hand, yep.
Yep, she's going to deserve an omelet tonight. Addie Mae had her favorite dining hall, Perkins.
Yep.
But, yeah, and you and I are going to have a good time with it.
She can come in. Oh. Yeah, it looks like she might be coming in for Addie Mae. So Rachel Welke, senior, getting ready to come in.
That's nice.
And a high arcing shot from Addie Mae Perkins. So Addie Mae actually has put together a nice little night for herself. 1 3-pointer, 3 threes, so she's got 6. She's got 8 points. And
getting a big round of applause. And nice to see Rachel getting some work. It's a 20-plus point margin here.
Yeah,
less than 5 minutes to go.
Rachel's worked extremely hard. And here's Delaney Kohler, who pulls up for the 8-footer right over Schultz, and that's a basket. So 65-37 now, and the Orioles bring it into the front court. Here's Ballesteros looking for Welke. Nope, she goes to Resnick. Resnick fakes, goes to the right. There's Schultz. Now she goes to Welke. Welke's got the bright orange elite socks on. You can't miss her. Oh, and a drive by Autumn, and now they're going to, let's see if they push it up. The Knights looking up again. Here's Scooble. Scooble finds Kohler. Kohler just inside 3. She's short. That's an air ball.
Oh.
Nobody boxes out Norton, and they go back to Driggs, and Driggs nails it.
Finishes. Yeah, Norton again hustling for the ball, and Driggsy there to finish. And I tell you what, my math might be mistaken, but I think she's got 17 on the night, averaging less than 10.
Yeah, it's Resnick goes down to Nagorski. A beautiful play there. Oh, Nagorski goes off the side of the backboard, and that's no good.
Yeah, Kohler harassed her with that offering that time.
Yep, so here comes Kohler. Kohler's going right into the belly of the beast, and they're going to get Rachel Welke.
Ooh, and Rachel. And Rachel fell hard on Delaney, and Rachel hurt her arm.
Yeah, is it her arm or was it her rib cage?
I don't know. She might have.
Yeah, she's holding her ribs, I think. Here, she lost her wind.
Yeah, I don't know. Watch the replay of this. Here's Delaney right to the belly of the beast.
Yeah, she goes through, and now watch. She falls down, and then Rachel loses, and she
and then her head hits the shoulder.
Oh, there's some pain.
Wow, I mean, the WWE had the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view at Target Center last Sunday, and I don't know, there could have been some of the action there, Paul. I'm sure you're hope she's okay for Rachel.
If we were on the old side of the gym.
Rachel's family any relation to in 1948, Wendell Welke ran for president of the United States? It's an unusual name. I don't know if there's any relation there.
Yeah, I think that I think Rachel's great-grandfather was married to one of the Welkes, and her mother was married to the Welke, I guess, and then it passed on.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting story, John. Thanks for sharing that.
You never know what kind of meaningless trivia you're going to get when you put Mike in. That was planned, absolutely, Paul. We had to write that one out.
Okay, so Nagorski gets the rebound, and then a foul quickly by Scooble. Again, up by 30 points, and Scooble was falling 70 feet away from the basket. Not really clear on that one, John.
Yeah, well, less than 4. And you said the Orioles will find out this weekend when their playoff team is?
Tomorrow, the seeding meeting's at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Oh, and here comes, we've got Michaela Ebert, senior.
Oh, that's great.
Captain,
yeah.
She's coming in. As you can see, she's number 5. She comes in for Schultz.
I don't know if we get a camera angle on that, Paulie, if we can show maybe a close-up of number 5 at the midcourt there, but sometimes she's got, and she does the obligatory rubbing the hands on the bottom of those tennis shoes to make sure her hands are nice and dry.
Everybody wipes. It used to be you wipe the dust off it. Now
Right.
I think they're wiping their hands. And there's a turnover.
You know,
and the Orioles actually caused a turnover there, John.
My favorite was class of '93 at Minneapolis Roosevelt, John Thomas, who went to play for Clem Hassan.
Yes.
He was the master of rubbing his hands on the bottom of his shoes. I
He
don't know if you
was.
remember that.
I don't
He
remember
did it
that.
more than anybody I've ever
Well,
seen.
back in the day when they wore the long socks, you used to wipe your foot on the sock of your opposite leg.
There
And
you
know,
go.
to dry it off. And you wore the sanitaries. Oh, that was a foul on Skyler. They let it go, and here's a beautiful
Oh.
pass. Norton goes in, but she shoots the ball under the basket, and now it's going to go
Wow.
to the Orioles. And I think we're going to see another substitution. Is this Ellie Wogemuth? It is, number 42.
Oh, this is Carla's daughter.
Yep,
Okay.
Ellie Wogemuth comes in for Skylar Nagorski. So 3:27 left, 37-68 in favor of the Knights. And at this point, it looks like it's going to be a split for the season. Hopefully, there picks it up quick, and now here's Welke.
Ellie just a sophomore out there.
Oh, Rachel tried to go over to Allison Keith, and it was just a little behind her. So, they're saying it was tipped.
Now, has Michaela Ebert, I noticed on the program, she's listed as grade 13. Has she already finished her first year at college through the AP program at Park? or-
I know she's very advanced. There could
Okay.
be- So now they said it was tipped, and now they're giving it back to the Knights. And here we go with Scooble. Scooble over to CC. CC bringing it up. She's all right hand. And now they've got Delaney Kohler. Oh, she had all day, but she gave it up. They're working the clock now.
That's what they call her, all-day Kohler.
They do. AD.
AD.
Here's Courtney all the way to the right again, and that's Delaney Kohler. Wide open, she misses. Nobody boxes up, but Rachel Welke's there with the rebound, and Rachel's pushing it up the floor. Boy, John, her ribs don't look sore right now, do they?
No, she looks
wide
great.
open, Michaela. She could have taken one step in, and that was a
Travel, but
a little
no
bit of a
call.
travel there. And then Elise Moore misses. She short arms it, and then there's a jump ball, and that's going to stay here with the Orioles.
Yeah, really, you mentioned the three seniors, and obviously Rachel Welke, Allison Keith, as well as Michaela, and all three of them getting some minutes. But, out of a 16, 17 player roster, lots of youth, a lot of juniors coming back. You're going to just have a senior-laden team ready to operate next year.
So that was a shot by Ellie Wogemuth. Just fell a little shy. Here's Courtney. She's going to go right again. She misses, and there's Ellie Wogemuth with the rebound, and she kicks it out. So a good rebound by Ellie, and now they're pushing it up. And then we've got Elizabeth is set to come in, and there's a push on Shalai.
And Ellie must
Could be
get a
the
lot of,
fourth.
she really grew up in a basketball family, being Carla Johnson's daughter and everything, and Carla being a member of that 86 state champion team here with Amy Davidson and Barbite. And seems like Ellie's a good athlete as a sophomore. She's got some good size to her, too.
Ellie's, she's got a good basketball body. Very long, and she's just, unfortunately, she's had so many things go health-wise not her way. She had mono, then she had a concussion. Last year, playing on one of the hustle teams, she came down on somebody's ankle and rolled her ankle over. So really, it's unfortunate. She's had a string of injuries that hasn't been able to keep her, on the floor for an extended period of time.
Now, how many of these girls, for example, will probably this spring or possibly play with the Minnesota Hustle, who a lot of the girls played with as an AAU program?
Yeah, I think there's about 7 girls of the top of the JV varsity that have already registered.
Okay.
And it'll just be a matter of who decides to play the select, team that does the AAU schedule, or who does the classic team, which is, more of an in-state
Sure.
team. Well, there goes Allison Keith with a nice drive, but she can't close it out. And now it's going to stay here with the Orioles.
And girls of younger ages that are listening, or some of the kids that are watching at home, if they're interested in that, what is the website again, Mike?
Yeah, I think you can just go to www.mnhustle.com, and all the information is there.
Well, and
nice
it's
shot
nice
by
to-
Allison. And Ellie gets the rebound and fouled.
Nice to know that a lot of the Park girls are part of that program, so you'll run into a lot of friendly faces as well, too, and build some off-season camaraderie.
Yeah, it's nice. The girls get to meet girls from all over the metro area, the Twin Cities, and the state of Minnesota. And Courtney Carr falls out. And John, sometimes you get a different voice. You get to see different
Right.
styles of play. And the girls seem to really develop. I know the ones that played this spring. You can see the ones that played and the ones that have really developed and the ones that put in the work. It's like any sport. You
Yeah.
play, and
And they still, and the girls can still have most of the summer off or work with their high school program in the summer, but gives them a chance on those weekends in April and May, and if they want in September and October, and absolutely.
Yep. So Ellie makes the first of 2, and you're right, John. And it's in any sport, it's gotten to the point where you got to play all year round, and especially with basketball, there's a lot of timing involved, but there's also the large motor muscle motor. It's the handling of the ball, it's the shooting, the muscle memory. Excuse me. You can't take off 3 weeks or 3 months and then come back in the fall to try out for the team and expect to be sharp.
The only athlete I ever met that could do something like that is Tom Wright. He could literally play hockey in the winter, come over from practice completely exhausted, and run the game.
Well, when he started on the Knights of the Round Ball, he was really something to see.
He was.
And I was always amazed that, in addition to that, he was quite the bumper pool champion, as well as the wiffle ball king down at Aquila.
There wasn't anything that kid couldn't do. And if John Wright and Mrs. Wright are watching on 34th Street, we hope you are. We certainly admired your son's work and continue to do so.
So senior Allison Keith toes the charity stripe. Oh, she misses the first. Allison's got 1 point tonight. She made her first free throw. And now let's see if she can double that. So senior night here, St. Louis Park, 1:24 left on the clock. 38-68 in favor of the Knights from Irondale over in New Brighton. And she does.
Love to see some of the senior boys and junior boys who are really backing the girls and behind the bench too. That's nice to see.
Yeah, we lost our bro zone this year. I know last year they had a really good contingent that was at all the games. And let's see if Rachel can go in strong. Rachel with the left hand. Oh, she missed. She gets her own rebound and the basket.
Yay! Oh, look at all
Beautiful.
the girls. That's exciting for the senior.
Way
Good
to
for
go,
her.
Rachel. I love the offensive rebound was beautiful.
Absolutely.
And John, I'm not sure, but it looked like she's left-handed. She might have taken the basket, might have been made with her right hand.
Yeah, well, and she followed her miss and beautifully done. Got the rebound. So just under a minute here.
And that's number 32's new in the game. That's Hammer. And the ball goes out of bounds in favor of the Orioles. So 40 seconds left on the clock. It's 41-68. And let's see if the Orioles can close out strong here, John. Double bonus on both sides. Let's hope everybody plays clean.
Absolutely. Here's Michaela with the inbound. We'll see if they run something for one of the seniors here.
Michaela picks it up. Here we go, Allison. And now they're looking for Ellie Wogan. No, Allison's going strong. She looks over. Here's Elizabeth. Elizabeth swings it over. And there's three-pointer for Rachel Welke. Oh, just misses. And now we've got, and Allison Keith gave her the big push out of bounds. And she says...
She almost ran into the scorer's table.
Yeah, I think she was pushing her back to 6'10 there, John.
Well, and back in the old days when the bleachers used to come all the way out to the edge.
That's right.
Remember that? She would have been eating some pine.
I think she would. I know Lyle Hanks was right over there. He used to kick the bench with the back of his heel. He always scared me when he did that, but I love playing for Lyle. Lyle was a great guy.
Yeah, and he's in the Hamlin Hall of Fame. I'm sorry he passed away a couple years ago. The longtime St. Louis Park counselor and resident.
Right.
His boy John was a whale of a track star. And a really pretty good basketball player too. But
didn't he play football too?
Yeah, remember he was on that 80 Park team. I remember I don't know if he was backup to Johnny Anderson, but.
Yep.
Anyway, so just 20 seconds remaining here. One more chance for the O's.
Ellie Wogamuth picks up her third rebound, and now here's Rachel. And she goes over to Michaela, tipped out of bounds. They're going to keep it here with the Orioles. 13.4 ticks on the clock. And Allison Keith, number 21 senior, throwing it in. She looks for Michaela. Back door and just misses. Let's see if Elizabeth gets there. Elizabeth Matsdorf gets there, and let's see what she's doing. She tries to throw it away, and it's going to go over to the Knights. I was hoping that they could have salvaged one there, John.
Yeah, I thought Park was going to get it in. So just under 9 seconds. We'll see if Park can make the steal with the inbounds pressure here.
Yep. So here comes number 1. Oh, wow. Rachel kind of kicks number 1 down there. Little contact there. And we've got number 1 is still down. And Michaela didn't see.
Yeah, that's number 1 down on the play still for Rachel Norton.
No, that wasn't
Rachel Norton.
It wasn't Norton. I didn't see. Yeah, she slipped in. She was on the JV team, and
might be Sewell, maybe Jensen, McKee, or Kuykendall.
It's hard to say at this point. So final score here: we've got Orioles 41, the Knights 71, and now the Orioles have to look forward to the seeding meeting tomorrow. Coach Senshin and staff will be there to find out who they'll face on Tuesday, and let's hope that they can pull one out, John. It would be nice to see them advance. They haven't advanced past that first round in sections for quite some time.
Yeah, and I hope no matter what, they have a really inspired, aggressive, fun practice on Monday, getting themselves ready for Tuesday. And for the senior girls, some wonderful memories, and I'm glad so many of them got a chance to play and get in the scoring column as well, because that's something they'll remember forever.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I want to thank John, and I want to thank Missy and Paul, of course, for all their hard work this season. It's been a lot of fun, and we want to thank everyone at ParkTV 16 and fans. We've got a lot of stuff to look forward to in spring. And John, thank you again. It's been fun.
We'll see you this spring on Park 16, and go Orioles.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. Drive home.